So first of all, a very warm welcome for all the guests over here. Thank you so much for taking time. In the next, say, 15 minutes, that's the time given to me, I will try and understand certain technology advancements in the world of AI. Everybody talks about AI, correct? So we also saw a few gentlemen talking about AI in terms of speech recognition or conversion, and I was surprised to see the crime department also embracing AI technologies to predict crime. So that was nice. So the fact of the matter is, AI is everywhere. Customers have started using AI. At the same time, there is something new which has come up, which is called as Gen AI, generative AI. That is something which has come up very recently, or rather, people have started engaging or asking, learning, knowing about the technology. That's something new. Now, what we have done, we've done an analysis, having spoken to multiple customers from various business groups, right? So we try to understand what is their thought process, or what have they done in terms of onboarding their AI journey into their organization, right? So let's try and understand what was the outcome. So the fact is, everybody is using AI or started adopting AI, maybe in a small quantity or from a magnitude standpoint, but they have started. What are those areas? What they have started in? People have used in process automation, where they can automate more of the normal tasks in terms of achieving better operations, or for that matter, certain people have used it for predictive analytics. So they read certain information in their organization, or run that entire AI algorithm on top of it, and try and achieve predictiveness from that data. On some of the other use cases are like product design and customization, or for that matter, co-pilot or AI assisted devices. And this is not limited to one industry or one business vertical. It is across business verticals. So let's say, how is AI helping the developers? Today, developers are writing codes, and for them to have a code which is error-proof, it is not easy. It is little tedious. So do they have a co-pilot kind of a thing, or an assist kind of a thing, where the AI engine can help the developer to say, these are the certain challenges in your internal code, and it can correct that code as well. So that's the level of AI assistance that is happening for the developer's standpoint. Now, anomaly detection, there's another one. People talk about fraud analytics, people talk about detection of fraud in their operating environment. Say, for example, banks. If they want to understand anomaly detection, or for that matter fraud, AI has been significantly helping customers to achieve that. So AI is true, AI is there, and definitely it is going to have much more advance in the coming time. Now, if you look at key challenges, what customers are looking, or rather having, in terms of adopting the AI technology for their organization, one is in terms of data challenges. They should have a proper data on which an AI or the algorithm can be run to extract the correct result or proper output of it. So data challenge is one important aspect what customers are looking for, or rather having, which they want to have a solution across. The second one is in terms of legacy data platforms. They have softwares or technologies which is there for some time. It has been there for some time. How do I use those technology, or which is currently running, into the frame of AI and get information out of it? Third biggest one is in terms of the skill set and knowledge. Customers have the vision to have an AI onboarded, but is it that easy? Is it that easy in terms of managing it, onboarding it, and then maintaining it for a longer period of time? So that's one of the important challenges. Do they have the skill sets homegrown, or should they have to bring the resources from outside? This is another challenge what customers are facing. Now, the last and not the least for that matter, but it's the most important one, is in terms of realizing value. People talk about having AI in place in their organization, but are they realizing value of what they are doing? Do they feel that the investment what they have made in the space of AI, is it returning them with some benefits? That's the important aspect in terms of AI. Make sense? Are you with me? Yes. Yeah? Okay, good. Thanks. So what Hitachi Vantara or Hitachi has done is he's offering to his customers or partners an AI discovery service. When I say AI discovery service, our experts come and talk to you, understand your business. They'll try and understand where are the areas where an AI aspect can be brought into your organization. The value realization can be made during this discussion, and then the entire journey is for say around 3 weeks to 8 weeks kind of a journey where we understand the entire business and how it can be developed or AI can be onboarded into your organization is something what the discovery services offer. Now once the discovery service is done, that's fine. We realize that okay, we can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in the space of AI and achieve these values out of it. But what is the next logical step? The next logical step is to have the entire infrastructure ready for running your AI algorithms and making your data set ready for the AI to run and get you the results out of it, right? So what we have done is, in the world of AI, one name is very common nowadays or more prevalent is Nvidia, right? Nvidia is, for now, I think number 10, top 10 organizations in the world in terms of revenue, and one of the important product what they have is in terms of the GPU what they make, the graphical processing unit, GPU, which they make, and this is the unit which makes the entire AI journey very seamless and fast for that matter. Now, what Hitachi has done is we have co-engineered something with Nvidia, and we have built an AI-ready infrastructure for customers to leverage. When I say AI-ready, it has got the necessary components to build an AI infrastructure on-premise for customers. What are these components? Is something which we're going to see. First, the infrastructure, the solution what we're talking about, the AI ready software system, what is called as Hitachi IQ, has one, which is GPU system. The system holding the main crux of any AI engine is the GPU. So it has got the GPUs available, along with the networking piece, which is basically the InfiniBand or the Ethernet switches that is required for connecting all these compute layers, right? So it is not like once you install one system and run the entire AI for you. You might need the number of, you might need one or many compute nodes to run the whole set of AI on the whole set of data what you've got. Now, it needs the communication layer to be very robust in terms of speed and at the same time reliability. That's where the InfiniBand kind of an infrastructure comes in, right? So that is the second component. Third component is with respect to the storage layer. So when we are talking about AI, but what is it run on top of it? So AI has to be run on set of data. That data, depending on the volume of what you have in your enterprise, you would need either a small NAS kind of an environment, or for that matter, you can use it using the internal storage capacity of these compute. But if the data is pretty large, and the data would need huge amount of response time. When I say huge, it is basically very least response times. Or for that matter, if the amount of data is huge, your throughput of the storage landscape makes sense. So you need a very robust and very high performance platform to supply the data to your AI engine. That's where the storage platform called HCSF, which is nothing called Hitachi Content Platform for File, which is nothing but a parallel file system which can give you those performance or which can address the performance requirements of the data platform. Now one is that. Now assume that you have used a certain amount of data, a huge amount of data, you have done the processing, and then what do you do with that data? Would you want to keep it on the tier 1 performance drive? The answer is no. Many times customers would look out for options how do I archive this old data? So that's where another storage layer called HCP or Hitachi Content Platform, which we otherwise call as an archival platform, we can tear the old data or not recently used data onto the HCP platform, freeing up the performance data, performance storage. So all these put together, along with the Nvidia software. When I say Nvidia software, is the base, which is called as base command, right? So that is the software which is used for managing your GPUs in your environment. At the same time, there is something called AI Enterprise, Nvidia AI Enterprise. Nvidia AI Enterprise is basically a set of LLMs. People heard about LLMs, right? Large language modules. We have got small SLMs, basically small. How about VLMs? Video language modules. So there are multiple LLMs or modules which is available in the space of AI and Gen AI. So the Nvidia AI Enterprise kit has all these access to all these LLMs. How does this LLM help for customers? So LLMs can be built in two ways. One, you can create your own LLM. At the same time, use an LLM which is already created by somebody or it is there available. So Nvidia produces a large number of LLMs for various business verticals or industry verticals, and what we need to do is to take those LLMs, train it against my data sets. When I say my data set, my enterprise data sets, and start using that AI engine from day one. That's the benefit what the Nvidia AI Enterprise gives you. Right? So this is an engineered system which we call it as Hitachi IQ, giving you all the infrastructure required, or rather all the necessary components required to run an AI engine in your organization. I take a pause. Are there any questions for me? Sounds good? Okay. So let me spend 2 minutes on one of the aspects, which is the storage layer, which we call it as Hitachi Content Storage Profile. Right? So in your enterprise, you have data coming from multiple places. Right? Data getting generated by multiple places. At the same time, the same data is consumed by multiple applications. Right? So if I say, okay, for say 10 applications, you would need 10 different storage layers and have the same data spread across 10 different storage layers and start using it. Would that be a feasible option? Would that be a cost-effective option? Right? The answer is no. So you would want to have a large storage subsystem which can not only ingest data from multiple sources, at the same time the same set of data can be utilized by multiple applications within your organizations. So that storage capability is what we are calling as Hitachi Storage, HCSF, Hitachi Content Storage for 5, which has multiple protocol support. When I say multiple protocols support, it could be CIFS, NFS or S3. So the advantage is you can have multiple sources ingesting data into this platform. At the same time, the same set of data can be utilized by any of your AI or non-AI kind of a workload from the same platform. Right? It offers you all these flexibilities in terms of the protocol support. At the same time, GPUs, in the case of AI, GPU wants that direct access to your storage layer. So we call it something called as GPU access layer directly onto HCSF is supported there. Now, as I said, this is that layer, what we call it as high performance NVMe here. It's basically an all NVMe system which will give you the performance what is required for all your applications. Now, the HCP, which is object storage, wherein you can tier those old data set what you've got and then keep it for a long term. When I say long term, you might be needing it for needing the data after say 10 years or 20 years. You can place that as well. Okay, so that's on HCSF. Excuse me. Yeah. So we've heard about the Nvidia part in terms of what Nvidia is doing and what is that they are bringing to the customers. Now, from a Hitachi standpoint, if you look at Hitachi from a history, we are available or we have expertise in almost every vertical in the market today. Be it energy, be it nuclear, be it wind, or for that matter, any automotive, multiple business verticals, we have our expertise. So from an operational technology standpoint, we have more than 100 years of experience from our company standpoint, which is Hitachi. So what we have done is we have used all the IP in each of these business verticals, and we have started using, or rather creating LLMs. We are building those LLMs for specific verticals which can be later consumed by customers to build their own AI into their environment or using their own set of data. Right? So that's what we are building it. In probably next 1 year's time down the line, we would have all the LLMs required for multiple verticals which customers can take it and then consume it and run it in their own environment. So three things. One is the advisory services what we offer to customers, where we talk about or where we understand your businesses and then understand what AI initiatives can be built. Two, we have the certified or rather AI ready infrastructure, which we call it as Hitachi IQ, which can be used for setting up the entire platform for you. Three, what we are trying to give you or offer you is the LLMs that is required to run your AI services for your organizations. So with all these three, we would be like you should look at Hitachi as a preferred vendor for any AI related initiatives in your organizations. So with that, I take a pause to answer any more questions you have. Any questions? All good? So that was my last slide. Thank you so much for listening to us, and you can follow us on these social media platforms. Thank you so much.